up soon. Couple of minutes, you just got to listen to my crap. I get a lot of questions on if you're taking the Series 6, this SIE, the 63, the 7, 66, 65, whatever you want to take, whatever you're taking, this channel will be the best resource for you to use. Now, the question I get all the time in these lives, and I'm trying to save some time so people don't have to hear the same thing over and over again. I love your questions, but this will help you. Is I'm taking the test tomorrow, next week, whatever. What do I do? I answer this all the time. Totally cool. We're good. But let's get into this a little bit. Now, if you're taking it tomorrow, get off. I love your views. Just get off. I don't need them that bad. I'd rather you get some sleep. Go watch my quick and dirty on the video on the quick and dirty, and go from there. Get some sleep, get up, take this thing like a bad bitch, take it like a savage. Don't look back, beat the crap out of it. You have the confidence to beat this thing. Okay. Now, if you're taking it after tomorrow, say you're taking it in 2 days, no testing tomorrow. If you really need to and your boss makes you, then do short quizzes, nothing big, nothing that's going to rattle your brains. Just maybe shake the cobwebs off. Tomorrow should be if you're taking it anytime after tomorrow, the day before should always be adding knowledge. Watch videos, read chapters you're weak on, do little tiny quizzes, but you should be adding knowledge and done right around. If you're taking in the afternoon, maybe a little later, but really tomorrow's not a tax your brain stuff. It's really add stuff, go over acronyms. I have videos that cover last minute stuff, all that stuff. And now let's say you're taking it beyond 2 days from now. You want to take a final every morning, or try to match it to the time you're taking it on the test, right? Take a final every day, and then anything you score, review it in detail, wrong and right answers. You got to learn from the right ones. Make sure you got them right for the right reason and wrong for the wrong reason. Could be dumb mistakes, right? Or just lack of knowledge. Go back and then review it. Anything under 75 or under 70, you want to reread or watch a video on, and rinse, repeat. Don't tax yourself too much. Don't go crazy. Look, I'm not a fan of more than one test a day, but some firms require 2 or 3 a day. You got to do what you got to do. Okay. It's not going to hurt you. Just remember the third test of the day will almost always be a lot worse than your first two. I mean, your second one will drop. Third one, I mean, after 400 questions, 500 questions, you can't be at the same place. So don't stress yourself over that. Just the last one, kind of mail it in. But most of the time is getting used to just reviewing everything. Also, start getting a good night's sleep right away. You want to get in the habit. You don't want to be up till midnight every night, and then 3 days before the test start changing your pattern. No, I do that. If I'm up at 3 o'clock one night and I sleep late the next day to like 8 or so, or 9, because I'm old, I don't sleep late. I screw, and then I'm up till 3 o'clock every night. And even if I try to go to bed early, I'm staring at the ceiling. I got to put an audiobook on, or I can't go to sleep. So start your pattern early. Now, remember, the night before should be relaxing. Go out to dinner, do whatever you have to do to relax, whatever floats your boat. If it means being strapped up and whipped, I don't care. Whatever works for you, works. Okay. Those are the two things. That's what the most common question I get is, what do I do if I'm taking the test? So hopefully this solves it so I can work on other stuff. Okay. Now, remember something. I'm here to help you. Ask questions on anything. I have a couple of things I have, right? So I have the Facebook groups, Series 65, 66 exam group, super supportive for those exams. Then I run, I'm a moderator on the one, but on this one, I run along with Michael Weiss, who's a great tutor, by the way, Series 7 exam tutor.com, and I'm series7exam.org. I just messed them up. I'm very expensive. He's about half the cost, but he's really good. If you go to the Facebook group, super supportive community, unbelievably supportive community. It's unbelievable. There's about almost 4,500, 5,000 people in there. A lot of supportive people. It's called FINRA Exam Prep with help from Capital Advantage Tutoring. The most supportive group they have. They have a chat room going. They start study groups, which are magic, all that stuff. Anyway, come on. You know what? Enough of this. Ken, let's get on. Hey, how are you? Boom. I love it. Welcome on. It's Tuesday night. It's one of my favorite nights of the week, and a little shadowy. I could do what, finger puppets or something. Shadow puppets. I don't know. I actually took a screen of like, oh, there's a bird, right? Okay. Now, actually, there's over here. Welcome on. Don't forget to check out my other channels, right? So I have on TikTok, I'm Series 7 Whisperer. On Instagram, I think I'm Series 7 Whisperer. Go check them out. And I think that's it. Instagram stuff. Don't forget the Facebook groups. They're super helpful. Juan, so let's get into this, okay? Juan, I actually like STC better. I know that you missed the 9 before. I'm much bigger fan of STC for the principal exam. Kaplan's okay. I think they're too complicated. I think they're too mathy, stuff like that. I don't think they do a good job with the principal exams. Yeah, they're fine for the 7, the SIE, the 6, all that shit. But I think for the principal exams, you're better off using STC if you can. But there's not many other vendors that do it. Achievable doesn't do that and stuff like that. Okay. So Juan, I think that's where you have to think about it. Now I'm saying Juan, I don't know if you're JC. I think you're JC. Okay. Okay. Jason, so on the 7, here, you're not going to like my answer. Okay. So the answer here, how many questions you're going to get on the 7? I don't know. Between 10 and 30. No, STC is Securities Training Corp. It's not trading consultants. I'm not a big fan of trading consultants. They're getting better. They merge with exam.ask, so they're getting better. They have more money. I guess they have it's funny how all these training places are being bought up by hedge funds. STC is owned by, yeah, there you go. Just making sure. Training concerns owned by Calibri, which is a Calibri, I think. Solomon got bought out. All these firms are getting, and then Series 7 exam, I know, is owned by a hedge fund of some sort or PE firm. I'm waiting for somebody to call me, Ken. Let me take you over. Okay. Throw me a couple $1 million and take me public. Okay. So now, there's no asset there. Okay. So now, where are we? So back on this. 10 to 35. That's the thing. You should be getting between 12 and 35. So you should be, and again, they're nuts. Does that mean you're worried about them? You should, in reality, you should be anyone taking the 7 should be walking in there hoping that the entire test is options. I had one girl took it. She swears the first 90 questions are options. I don't think that happened, but she felt that way. It's all that matters. Okay. Hold on. Boom. I hope Anika comes on here. Anika took the 63 the other day. Okay. That's awesome. Congrats. Now you take the 6 in 9 days. That's enough. Read the book. Get through it. I know. Look, I love Notman, but they're very big on the questions and the videos. Get through the book one time. Please get through the book one time before you start doing questions. Okay. What do you mean I love this game? You don't know, do they have conflicting answers? I like Securities Training Corp. Here's what you do. So when you're doing the STC versus Kaplan, if you see anything on there that contradicts with one another, bring them up on the live on the Tuesday or Thursday. Bring them up and I'll tell you what the right answer is. Okay? Yeah, Facebook user on the 6, hardly any. Maybe a total return. Maybe an NAV question, maybe current yield. That's about it. So yeah, so do that if love the game. If you think it's because you're there's conflicts of interest, then yeah, then tell me. Put it on there. Watch, you're gonna make me look like an idiot now. Okay. The 66 is scheduled for that's a lot of time. About halfway through the book. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, it's horrible. Okay. It's different. You're halfway through the book. You haven't got to the portfolio stuff, right? You're probably just doing the regs, which might be easier. Is when you get into the maths, there's not a lot of math. It's just different. It's like a deeper dive on the portfolio stuff. Okay. Okay. Okay, chaotic. Don't sweat the margin. Blow that off. No complicated margin. Okay, hold on. Zach Brown. Boom. Again, I appreciate the comments. I appreciate you saying that you couldn't have done it without me, all that, but you could have. I made it a little easier. I smoothed out a little shit, but you could have got there. You did this. You nailed this. And yeah, I'll answer that. Love of the game. I know what they're talking about. Okay. Just keep reading. Just keep hammering. You got so much time, Rachel. Just read it. Boom. Okay. Master exam, Audrey, if you're anywhere near 70. Jackie DA. Okay. For the 63, STC or Kaplan, Achievable's good. Remember, I love Achievable, right? And if you like if you like their stuff, go check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. Okay. Nayali. Okay, that's good. This everyone, a lot of people taking the 63 this week. Boom. Okay. Yeah, just keep reading. You got so much time. I would keep reading and reading until at least October 1st, and then start popping in, like mixing in quizzes. Oh, Danny, I am not a fan of exam FX. Okay. Hold on. And boom, make sure by the way, anyone taking the 6 in the next week or so, make sure you own. There are 3, you gotta know a lot, but there's 3 things you need to own. 1, no math, probably. 2, make sure the mutual funds, make sure the annuities, and make sure the communications are down pat. Make sure you're solid on those, and then read customer accounts the day before. So when are they gonna bring it back? Nayali, okay, we'll get on there. Okay, you got to get on the mutual funds, annuities, and you got to kind of practice taking tests. Like that's the thing, you got to start practice taking tests with this stuff. Like, and I say I'm a big fan of reading, right? But you got to take tests. You got to spend at least 7 to 10 days banging out finals, getting used to them. Oh, you're fine. The mastery is fucking hard. Kyle Pizzi, Audrey, yeah, the mastery is fine. You're right there. I mean, you're in good shape. Don't worry about it too much. I think you're taking it what, Thursday, maybe, Audrey? Okay. Oh, Friday. Yeah, I know. Look, and actually, make sure you get this back up. I'm doing well, Kyle. I am doing well. Hope you are too. Um, no, it's the course. You can't buy just a Q Bank for STC. You can buy supplemental exams where they have 4 tests. But if you're going to buy the question, you got to buy the whole package. I'm working on them. I'm really trying to get them to do it, but they just don't. Okay. Okay, just get back into it. Get back into it. We're going to get there. Okay. 6. If you get more than 2 math questions, that's a lot. Seriously. Okay. You want to be in the 80s, okay? You guys talk to each other. That's awesome. Ryan and Ryan and Kyle. Yeah, I think you want to be in the mid 80s comfortably and go from there. And then what you do is go do my finals that I did online and see how you do compared to that. I think I did an STC one. Go check that out and see how you did. Okay. Okay. I mean, I have even on the free side, I have shit way options are. Okay. Understand what an option spread is, right? So if I buy a 50 call at 8, what's my break even? It's 58. That means the stock has to go all the way up to 58 for me to make money. Okay. 40%, Jason. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Jason, yeah, you got to go back. Maybe stop taking tests and go back to reading. That's what you got to do. Watch videos. Yeah, 40s. It's not dead, but you got to. It means you don't. If you're getting 40s, it means you don't understand your stuff. Okay, you got to go back and read. No judging. It is what it is. Just people take a different process. Now, remember, so a spread. So if you buy a 50 call at 8, you need this stock to go up to 58 to make money for break even, right? So what you'll do is you'll also sell a call. So you buy a 50 call and you sell a 60 call. And what you're doing is the reason you do spreads is for limited gain, limited loss, right? Because you can only lose money or gain money up to the strike prices. And then once you cross the strike price, whatever you gained or lost is locked in. So like if you have a debit call spread, remember guys, remember this, get this in your head. Buy, own, hold, long, debit, all mean the same thing. Sell, short, right, credit, all mean the same thing. So if you have a debit call spread, change the word debit to buy. Buy a call spread, you're bullish, okay? If you have a credit put spread, we'll change the word credit to sell. So if I sell a put spread, selling a put's bullish. So use those words, interchange them. The whole point of spreads is they have a limited gain, limited loss. They're not really ever suitable. Usually when they're talking about suitability, they're not talking about spreads are not going to be the answer. I haven't seen a question yet where a spread was a suitability answer. It just isn't. Okay. Okay. Here's the deal on this, and this is where they may be tricking you. Okay. So, and it's where it could be questions, not the actual it might be if you're just doing questions, I could see because they do the outliers. But let's talk about this. So we know that SIPC covers up to $500,000 per account. You have an account, your wife has an account, you have a joint account. That's 500 grand 3 times. Not 1.5 million, 500 grand 3 times. of which 250 can be cash. Okay, of which 250 can be cash. But if they're talking about FDIC, that's up to 100 grand. Is that 100? I think it's 100. It might have moved to 250, but I think it's 100. Let's see. Hold on. FDIC covered. Let's see what, because it would change once for a little while. 250. So yeah, 250. I don't know where the 100 cash is. That's why I think sometimes it's more just a question you're getting. Okay, it's a question. Okay. Awesome, Catherine. You're gonna nail it. I know you are. Okay. Find the question, because I think they're questions, but either way, it doesn't matter. Like even if it's yeah, thank you. I just had to look it up. So even if it was, they're saying it's not 100 grand. It's 500K per account, up to 250 per, up to 250 in cash. Okay. Okay. Again, Zach, that's awesome. Master, if you're in again, I think you told me the score, but if you're in the high 60s on the master, you're actually okay. Okay, anyone taking this 63? I am telling you, okay. For 63, I think it's STC, Achievable, and Kaplan. There you go. Achievable is good. Again, I think they explain stuff better than anyone else. Now, for the 63, you need to know that a lot of the test is ethics and prohibitions. Okay, so make sure you in violations. You need to know that whole section. You need to know the ethics stuff, because you will be on there going, "Oh my God, I wish they'd stop asking me ethics questions." Mayala, so this is what I said. Yes, the exempt securities are on there. It's the ethics. Oh God, I see. I'm tired of yawning like crazy. Ethics and Jason, no fucking way. If you spend that much, you're gonna get 3 fucking questions max, maybe 4 on margin. Let it fucking go. Don't do the margin. I have videos. If you can do my videos on margin and answer those questions, you're in good shape. Very straightforward margin. I don't know why people email me during the live, because I get obsessed. I get ADD. I have to stare at it. So yeah, Nayali, make sure you get the ethics stuff down. It's the biggest bite. Okay. Started the 60, about halfway through it. You 6 point. You're not gonna you do not need a fucking month on this. Okay, I'm gonna say this again about the 63. I'm gonna say this again. This is the 63 life. Read the book. Read the book. Read the book. You're here. It's gonna be shitty. You're gonna fucking suck for like 3 days, 4 days. You're gonna suck. Okay, you're just gonna be really bad, and then all of a sudden it's gonna get a little bit better, and then boom, it goes right up. Okay, so that's the thing. It's gonna go up. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you, the margin is so fucking easy on the exam, guys. Thank you, Rachel. Okay. And Tommy. Oh, Rachel didn't say that. Tommy said. Okay, so now. Oh no, yeah, you did, both of you. Right? It just skipped over. Boom. Okay. Yes. Yes, Juan. Yes. STC is better for the principal exams, 100%. Yeah, just read it. It's just 6 point. Just take your time with it, okay? Just take your time, read the questions. The beginning's going to be big because there's a lot of convoluted shit, and then it starts clicking. I promise you. I have videos that'll help you. I promise you, it'll start clicking. If you take a month, you're going to be ready to kill yourself. Don't unalive yourself, okay? So Nolly, make sure that you're focusing on the for the 63 on the ethics stuff, okay? What do you think of exam for versus their SIE and Teresa? Okay. So you got to use ExamFX. I am not a fan of combining exams. No, Catherine, don't worry. Don't sweat them too much. If you watch my Resistance is Futile video, that's literally all you need to know for balance sheeting and technical and fundamental. I don't know their course that well. Okay. So I get it. 6 point. Okay. Okay. I I don't know much about the exam effects, the differences, but I'm not a massive fan. Okay. Um, I am not a massive fan of doing 2 tests at one time. I am not a fan of that. I mean, yeah, look, exam effects is fine; they'll get you through, okay? But I'm not a huge fan of combining exams. Yes, there's overlap, 100%, but the SIE covers so many more things than the 6. You're better off just focusing hard on the SIE, and then once you pass it, focusing hard on the 6. The 6 should not take as long as the SIE. The SIE is it's like there's stocks, there's bonds, there's options, there's mutual funds, so many things where the 6 is like boom, mutual funds and annuities. Or not only that, but it's right on track. Yeah. Well, I'm not a fan. Why am I yawning so much? It's like fucking Tourette's. Okay. Create your own, Sally. Create your own. You don't have to do the progress exams. Create your own. Just go into the create finals and make a 10-question quiz on each chapter. Just check off the chapter. You can do that. Yep. So I have a whole playlist. Talwinder, I have a whole playlist on the 6. It's a lot shorter than the 7 because they're covering less stuff. And that's why everyone bugs me about a quick and dirty. I'm like, well, my videos aren't that long. You're better off just reading the fucking watching the videos. Okay. Audra, your scores are fine. Oh my God, Jason, stop. Can you just pick one? Whichever one you're taking first, study. I have so many people that go, oh, I have to study for both. No, fucking you don't. Unless you're taking them the same day. Okay? Focus on one exam. If you study for the 7, study for the 7. If you're studying for the 66, study for the 66. Do not study for both. You're just going to get fucked on both. Okay. There you go. Create custom exam. Okay. Jake, don't sweat it too much. It's not that big. It's on there, but again, overthinking it. It's not little details. If you really want to know, the only way to do it is really through flashcards. I'm going to yawn my way through this whole fucking live. Okay, so here's the thing here's the best way to remember it. So here we go. Everything is 3 years. Remember this. MSRB, the only other difference, I think, complaints are 6, right? So everything is 3 years. Think that way. For FINRA, holding period, everything is 3 years. Complaints are 4. Anti-money laundering is 5. Okay. Okay. Did you? Okay. Oh, it's not that it's 100. That's what I'm saying. They give you. How much? So I have 492,000 in his account from his filed bankruptcy. It's covered for. I don't know what they're asking. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why they say the cash limit is 100 grand. They're fucking wrong. That's an old question. Is that STC or Kaplan? That's crazy. Or is that Notman? Yeah, it's 250. Kaplan's 250. Now, is it Securities Institute of America or is it STC Securities Training Corp? I don't know why they have that in there. That's wrong. Or is it Training Consultants? I don't know why they have that in there. Okay. It's 202. Okay. It's 250. Notman's fine. I'm telling you right now, it's 250. I don't know why they put 100 grand. They should have. It's 250. 100%. It's 250. Okay, I'm back to this. Everything is 3 years. Complaints are 4. Anti-money laundering, that CTRs and SARS is 5 years. Now remember, big sacks for 6 years. Okay. Yeah, don't you? They're usually pretty good. Lana, for flashcards are probably fine. Okay. And then remember this BGSCS. It's like big sacks. I can't write it on the screen, but big sacks. BGSCS, like says big sacks. So I say Santa carries 6 big sacks. B for blotter. G for general ledger. S for stock records. C for customer information. And S for statements. Big sacks. Okay. Not yet, Flamore. It's soon. Let me get to your question in a second. Okay. And Juan, yeah, you can buy the supplemental, I think, but you might have to buy the whole course. Yeah, look, none of the vendors, Notman and Kaplan are not like the exam. They're good, but they're not like the exam. Look, in every vendor you have, will always have 1 or 2 questions from the exam. It's just what it is from feedback, right? But again, that doesn't mean they're mimicking it. STC is still closer. But again, you don't want to take questions to be closer. You want to learn, and that's you got to focus on learning more than anything else. Okay. Yeah, that's not Securities Institute. That's not. So, got it. Love this game. That's not Securities Training Corp. That's Securities Institute of America. Vastly different. It's STC USA. For more, I'll help you out this. So anyway, so back to you wherever you are. Love this game. Securities Institute of America is not Securities Training Corp. I was wondering why. I've never heard them being that wrong. It used to be 100 grand like 10 years ago, and it switched. So yeah, love this game. That's not Securities Training Corp. That's Security Institute of America. I think they created that to sound like STC so people would buy it. Okay. Okay. We're taking it mid-December. That's a lot of time. That's almost too much time. Okay. That's almost too much time. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but that's like, that's going to be September, October, November, December. That's 3.5 months. It's a really long time. If you're going to do that, why don't you give yourself an hour a day, maybe an hour and a half a day to read? And don't stop reading until the end of October. Just read it and then read it again and then read it again and read it again. It's slow. And don't start doing questions till November. Probably even the second week in November. Then you have a month almost of taking tests. That's the way you should do the Kaplan. Seriously. Kyler, I think if you just read. Okay. Yeah, so don't get SIA, don't worry about it. Just do the Securities Training Corp and Kaplan. Now I get why you were confused. So, okay. Kyler, I hope that helps a little. Just read the book. From now until the end of October, first week of November, just read the book. Don't do any quiz. I mean, you want to do a quiz here or there, maybe, but I prefer you just read. And then, because if you can read that book twice or even 3 times, it'll all be in your head. It'll be there. Okay. Again, Kyle, why did I not see this? Boom. Okay. Oh, no, I think you knew that. Okay. So remember, make sure we get the ethics down. Okay. Do Kaplan, Tommy. Don't do Past Perfect. You want to be high 70s, low 80s where you are. Summer. Okay. Doing stuff, I think it's good it's okay for the SAE. I think it's a little weak for the 7. Okay. Probably for the 6. 6 is easier than the SAE. Boom. You got it. Make sure you get the ethics and violations down. Okay. Boom. Okay. I don't know. I mean, depending who you have, maybe go to Kaplan. So, Josh, if you want more questions, either go to buy the Achievable program. You get them. You get everything, though. You can go if you don't have Kaplan, go buy the Kaplan Q Bank. Michael Weiss has a discount code or whatever, or a link, whatever. If you can reach, I think I might have put it in my description or something. I don't know, link code, whatever the hell it is. You can buy a Kaplan Q Bank. You can go to STC and buy 4 supplemental exams. It's not going to be the worst. It's like $20, $30. It's not bad. So Jason Lannister, you have to get I know it's Lancaster. You got to get that up. So you need to stop reading. I mean, you stop doing questions and just go back to reading. Even though, and then you do it the way Achievable does, right? Do the section, read it, do the little quiz, then move on. That's what you got to do. You got to go back to reading. Okay. Wendy, I hate that question, right? I don't like that question because none of the vendors are like the test, okay? None of the tests are like the exams. FINRA does a good job. Like I tell the story all the time. I told this to the UBS class today. I had almost 200 people in there, which was amazing. Bunch of good kids. Okay, so now, great program. Now, I told the group today that FINRA is pretty active about making sure people aren't stealing their exams. Like I'm telling you, hold on, boom, demolayed. A lot of questions. That's awesome. Congrats. That's great. I love hearing that. I love when the people come back and tell me they passed. It's amazing. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. For the balance sheet, Catherine, it's called, just type in resistance is futile. It's Series 7 Whisperer now, but in my channel, look for resistance is futile. It should be in the Series 7 exam playlist. I think the 63 is different than the 6. It's totally different. I think the 63 is easier, but I like that lost shit. Okay. I gotta go back. 6 point. Just fucking read the book once and then do the Q banks. Okay. Yeah, don't fucking do practice test first. Okay. Yeah, if you study margin for short margin for 3 days, there you go, Clayton. It's funny. It's just people like them. Some people like them, some people don't. If you study margin for 3 days, you're going to fail the exam. Okay, I think we're here. Okay. Boom. I think you're getting better. Okay, that's good. Okay. Again, so here's the thing. STCs are closest, but they're not that close. Learn the knowledge. Get the knowledge, Wendy. That's the biggest thing you can do. Okay. Yeah, so think about it. So I know that they answered, but remember, I want you to walk me through this, Audra. Credit means sell. So change the word credit for sell. Sell a put, bullish. Okay. Jackie, yeah, you don't want to give that up, but you got to work on the ethics. That's the only one that, yeah, the state rules and all that stuff, but the ethics is big. Ethics and violations for the 63 is big. Can't believe how many Series 63 people I got this week. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I mean, go. Have you watched my video? I have a video where I explain it, right? I have a video called "Can I Sell a Security?" and I do a chart. I do all the qualification, the coordination, the notice filing, and then I do the exempt securities and exempt transactions. And I explain to everyone, you cannot sell a security in a state unless it's either registered, obviously, an exempt transaction or exempt security. One of those three, or a federal covered security, which is exempt, means it's 100%. You got to be one of those things. Okay. Boom, Catherine, moving up. That's all we can do. Move up, 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 up. Okay. Here's what I tell everyone. This is what Tommy, this is what I tell everyone. Get some sleep, but this is the big thing. Go into the reason I made this playlist called 24 Hours Before the 7. That's a list of all my best practices, my tips. I have like 9 videos in there. 2 suitabilities, which are off the charts. A taxes one. A quick and dirty, a cheat sheet, and a gorilla style, just bunch of acronyms, stupid shit that I say. Those all are going to give you free fucking points. Go find my 24 hours before the 7. But the big thing I can tell you right now is get off, start getting some sleep. I know you're taking a Friday, but you want to sleep tonight, Wednesday, and Thursday. Get in the habit of sleeping. Okay. Yeah, I am not. Rob, hold on. Where were we? Danny the Creation Keeper. Boom. I don't want you to wait. That's awesome. Rob Wetter. So you're done. Matt, it's still nice weather out. You still got some sort of summer left. That's fucking awesome. As I tell everyone, did you see any surprises? That's all I want to know. And Jackie, I will get to your question, I promise. Why would you apologize for this? Literally, I don't know if that's what you're apologizing for. Debit, widen, right? Dead wives can't nag. Debit, widen, and wide guys need to exercise. That's what I do all the time. Yup, Sabrina, I can handle that. Hold on, let me get there. Ethics. There has to be an ethics and violations chapter. For this 63, if your book doesn't have a thing on ethical and prohibited activities or something, you're reading the wrong book. Okay? If you're taking the 63 and you don't know, you need to find the ethics. It's about ethics and violations or something like that. Let me see what they call it here. I don't know what book you have, but hold on. Wrong fucking book. What do they call it here? Prohibited and ethical business practices under the USA. That's one of them. Prohibited and ethical business practices. What does the other books call it? Ethical practices and fiduciary responsibilities or fiduciary obligations. You got to look for something that's ethical stuff. Okay. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Get some good sleep. Watch my last minute shit and go. And remember, no tests on Thursday. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Jackie. Okay. Here's my thing, Danny. You can take the SIE and maybe the 6 with exam.ask. If you're taking anything more than that, get a new fucking vendor, either STC Kappa. And then after you pass, tell your firm to fucking get a real vendor. Okay. Right, that's the thing. So it's like husband has money in the account, wife has money in the account, and they have a joint account. The 500 grand SIPC covers all three separately. 500, 500, 500. But then if the wife has a cash and a margin account, they combine that for one. Okay. Shannon. Boom. That's fucking awesome. Congrats. You got to take the insurance stuff. Yeah, I know that's a pain in the ass. That insurance stuff just sucks. I can't teach that for shit. Lori, it's been a while. If you can get yourself to consistently 70 or higher on Kaplan, you're good to go. You don't have to be too high. Okay. It's called, resistance is futile. I'll see if I can find it. I agree. I also added the gorilla style in there too, so it'll help. Okay. I think Sally's taken care of. Okay. Boom. Yeah. You get margin is such a small thing. I mean, I know vendors that are just like doing classes on margin. I'm like, stop wasting people's time. Now, some people had actual questions. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it in here. Sorry for the yawning. I don't know why. It's because I don't go to sleep anymore. That's part of the reason. Okay. Where are we? Resistance is futile. Look, I've typed this in so many fucking times. It shows right up. Yeah, there we go. They let me fucking finally share without having to open it. Okay, so I think it's Catherine. There's the link for that the resistance video, resistance and fundamental. Flamore, I'll get to your shit in a second, I promise. Hold on. Slow the fuck down, Tommy. That's the thing. I can't say that more than enough. Slow down. Okay. Slow down. Oh, yeah, Catherine. I just put the link in. Slow down. Maybe do this. Why don't you start yeah, don't sweat them too much. Seriously, Facebook user, don't sweat them too much, but we'll get to it. What you do is you got to slow down. Your scores will go up. Start reading the answers first. Just try it. I know it's a pain. Start reading the answers first before you answer. Before you even read the question. Read all 4 answers before you even read the question. Try that for a day or two. See if that improves. Okay. Okay, so the 63 allows you to be an agent. 65 allows you to be an investment advisor. The 66 allows you to do both. Now, what's interesting is that I did the video on this. You're 66 if you take it. In about a year and a half, it'll just disappear. You'll still get credit. And it'll say like 63 credit and 65 credit. So this way the states can't go, oh, we're not accepting it. It doesn't matter. You take the 66, the states accept it. Because eventually, I mean, by January 1, it's going to say 63 credit and 65 credit. So it won't say 66 anymore. Because remember, the 66 is an alternative to the primaries, which is 63, 65. Don't know much about them. Some people have said good things. Some people have said they're a waste. But I mean, it can't hurt. Flashcards from anywhere. Just make sure they're right. Okay. Yeah, are they confusing? That's the thing. The Kaplan and Notman, and sometimes STC. Yes, odds are there. Absolutely on Friday. Okay. Yeah, Lori, it's every Friday now. I moved it to Friday nights. I want to watch a football game. Although my fucking Jets just took a shot to the head. I knew it was going to happen. I still remember it happening when I was younger. We had a great quarterback, and boom, first play of the year, he's out. Okay. Good, Jason. Okay. Now, Flamore, if you're working for someone for a year, once you're registered for a year, for the 7 and the 6 and all that, you can get the MQP. NASA is rolling out. They call it, I think it's the extended program. It's EP or something like that. I have to do a video on it, but it's rolling out. They only do the 63 now. But again, I'll see you Friday. It's adjust, but just remember, you have to be registered for a year to be eligible for this stuff. Okay, so this one is going to do the same thing. You have to do continuing ed to extend it for another 3 years. Okay, so the 63, and then I think they just did the 63. I think the 65, 66 are coming over the next 6 months or so. So if you just got your license, you're not at risk right now. So you just got to make sure you don't go 2 years without it. Okay. Do I know anything about variable annuities? Come on. Yeah. You know what? The good thing is the only good thing is hopefully he'll have Aaron Rodgers giving him some advice. Oof, literally worst score. Oh, okay. Now, what do I know about variable annuities? What I'm going to tell you is I'm going to give you a video on it, and you're going to watch it and see, does Ken know his shit? Let's find out. Dare challenge me on that. They're doing it so the states can carry it, Clayton. I'll explain in a minute. Hold on. So there's my variable annuity. So doing stuff. There's my variable annuities video. Okay. Now we're starting to get to some questions. Hold on. Demolade again. I'm so fucking happy for you. Yeah, that sucks, right? So you read the book two times. That's fine. But are you using exam.ask? Get a new fucking vendor. Go get the Achievable. Thank you, Catherine. I'm going to start giving you bad answers. No, I'm kidding. Flam? No. I have a guy that can help you with it, but that's some fucking serious shit. The CFA is big. Okay. Not a lot chaotic. Let me catch up. Hold on. There's that. Doing stuff. You should have that. I think you're in good shape. I think that's probably fine. Again, I think the SIE exam.ask can get you through the SIE, but I think there are a lot better vendors out there. A lot of them. Okay. How much are DPPs and taxation on the test? Enough, not enough that I tell people to just blow off the chapter once you read it once. Yeah, don't worry about it too much. Remember, they pass through other gains and losses so that the gains are on the partners, okay? So the gains and the losses. So they get the money. The actual DPP doesn't pay taxes. The people, the partial owners do. And they're not liquid. They don't really trade at all. And there's 3 different types. There's real estate limited partnership, which does real estate like a REIT, but not as liquid. the oil and gas one, which is their speculative, where we're just drilling for oil. Well, we never heard of it. It's very like speculative. Then we have developmental, where you take a working oil well and start making it a moneymaker, or you drill where they know there's oil. And then the last one is income. We already have an oil well, and you're just selling the oil. Those are different things. Those you have to know the risk reward on those things. The taxation, not a lot. Just know that the big thing on limited partnerships is, you know how when you lose money trading, okay? Ryan, awesome. I'm happy. Get the fuck off here. Go get some sleep, my man. I'm happy you're on here though, but go get some sleep. Get the fuck off. You know how when you lose money trading like a capital trade, you can use that money to offset gains or even your income. If you lose money with a DPP, you can only use it to offset other passive gains, which is real estate and direct investment in real estate. And oh my God, and other DPPs. It's just really, they can only offset that stuff. Okay. See what happens? You get tired and old, you fucking start losing it. You might see 3 or 4, okay? Sam, you're gonna nail it. I know you're gonna fucking nail it. Boom. Don't forget the whole playlist, the 24 hours, boom. The 24 hours before the 7 playlist is like 9 videos that are good. And then the day before, go either read or watch my customer accounts video the morning of or the night before. It's easy, low-hanging fruit. Okay. You maybe 4 or 5. Maybe an options break even, current yield, maybe a PE ratio, earnings per share, and maybe a total return. Okay. Federal covered securities. They are exempt. Okay. So federal covered securities are literally just like munis that are issued in another state. Anything on a stock exchange, mutual funds, and qualified offerings, which means you're selling to just qualified purchasers, which is an interesting. Not just accredited, qualified. Those are federal covered, which means they do not have to register at the state level. Okay. They do not register at the state level. Keep that in mind. Okay. Federal covered securities are basically exempt. Okay. And they could be asked to notice file. That's the thing I was trying to look up to see if they had a list, but they don't. Just remember that they could be asked to notice file. Okay. $20 to $250 with long answers. I get it. Yeah, they're different. That's the thing. The SAE is not a game. It's not it's not an easy thing. That's funny, Clayton. Very few people think that way. I'm telling you, I'll go back to this. It's a great way to go into the holiday season, not having to worry about it and trying to earn, baby. Earn. Okay. Boom. I love that. That's awesome. Boom. Got it raised into 80. That's awesome. Yes, I'm telling you right now. I think that registration video is good. Okay. No, if you have extra time, press the button, Sam. Okay. Okay. But hopefully you're still on here, Sabrina. So position limits. So each stock, depending on its volatility, has a position limit of the most options that anyone can hold on the same side. And what that means is that if I'm long calls, those are bullish. Say the position limits are 10 grand. Just they're not going to be that low, but say they are 10,000 contracts. So if I have 9,000, if I own 9,000 calls, they're also going to look at the number of short puts I have because they're both bullish, and I can't have more than 1,000 short puts or I'm a violation. So the violation goes this way. They combine the bulls with the bulls and the bears with the bears. So if you have to figure it out, you're going to take all the long calls and all the short puts and add them up. And if they're over the limit, you're violation. And on the bear side, it's the same thing. If you long so many puts and short so many calls, if you have too many, they fine you and they yell at you. Okay, so now if you have two people and they have discretion over each other's accounts, the position limits will reflect. So let's say Jimmy has 150,000 contracts, and he has a discretion over Johnny's account. Johnny's have discretion over theirs. He has 170,000 contracts, and the limit's 195. Say, I think 175 is the highest, but let's go with it. Say the limit is 195. If Johnny has 20,000, we're right there, right? So they will combine all the long calls and short puts that Jimmy has, and all the long calls and short puts that Johnny has, if they have discretion over each other's accounts, and they will combine them to determine if you have a violation. I had that on my test. Basically it was like the limit was 175,000 contracts, and between the two unrelated, between the two accounts that had a that they have discretion over, they had about 200,000 share contracts, so they violated. Okay. Very simple math, couple ratios, not a lot. I'm telling you, not a lot. Okay. Good, Shannon. So happy for you. Okay. So, discounted cash flow. Okay, I hope that helps a little bit. Oh, and by the way, Sabrina, exercise limits are the same thing, but it's in a 5-day period. So they combine the long calls with the short puts, and the short calls with the long puts to combine. So the position limits are like 175,000 contracts, but exercise limits may be like 10 or 15,000 contracts, a lot less. So they limit how many you can exercise at one time. Even if your position limit is here, your exercise limit is a lot lower. They don't want you moving the stock around too much. Now, IRR. So let me do discounted cash flow first. Discounted cash flow is the method to find present value. You take the future value, you divide it back, blah, 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 to get the present value. That rate of return that they use is internal rate of return. So discounted cash flow is the method to find present value. Internal rate of return is a rate of return where future value and present value are on parity. Hope that helps a little bit. So remember, discounted cash flow is the method. IRR is the return, where present value and future value are the same, 0. It's not the same number. It's just with the reflections, works out to be the same. Okay. Again, the membership class I do every Friday. I think it's a lot of fun. We do the Series 65, 66 at 6. We do the 7 at 7, and we do options at 8. Okay. And it's funny, I did it. I moved it to Fridays to give myself a Sunday night. And what happens? Oh, do you have openings on Sunday night? Yeah, of course it is. Because I feel fucking bad, right? When people are like, I'm taking a test on Tuesday, go, can you meet? I'm like, what do I say? No, I can't. I really like helping people to my own detriment. Okay. Okay. They're not really splitting the exams. Remember something, Clayton. The actual exams are the 63, 65. Those are the actual exams. Those are the primaries, if you want to call it. The 66 is an alternative. So they're not splitting it. They're just saying on your CRD, because here's the thing. Some states would not don't need the 63 or won't accept it. They can't, if you're not, how about this way? So say you work for an investment advisory firm and you have the 66. There are some states, California, who, talking to you, who won't accept it. They make you take the 63 or the 65 over because it's not there. So this alleviates that problem. Because when they look on the form on the CRD and your background, it won't say 66. It'll say 63 credit and 65 credit. That's why they were trying it out last year in January. So many people, all of a sudden, they looked on their broker check or on their FinPro account. They had a test they didn't sign for. They didn't have a test they didn't sign for. So many people had a 63 test, which they didn't have. And they took it. By the end of January, it was all gone. But it was a hell of a couple weeks. I think there was, guys, if you guys need any tutoring, I'm happy to help you. I'm at series7exam.org. You can also check out Michael West at series7examtutor.com. Don't forget, guys, I love Achievable. I have a link there that'll give you a $10 discount. If you want to go straight just to them on your own, go for it. They're really good. I'm telling you, nobody teaches this shit better than Achievable. And they have a free trial. You can do it for like a day or something like that. Check them out. Okay. Now, one more thing. Everyone who passes, right? Okay, we're not done. I got more questions, but I got to do this now. So anyone, there's this. Yeah. The things. First of all, Going across right now is my website, series7exam.org. But if you guys want to check out, this is a coalition that we started. You sign up for the email list, that's all, where we're trying to help out the little people. Like I have somebody who just reached out to me. He needs help. I'm going to send him over there because you got lawyers and a bunch of people there to help for free. Like they won't do your case, but they'll tell you what your options are without charging you. So you don't have to find a fucking lawyer and pay them to do that. Okay. Back to this. Because it is my leave. Okay, there we go. Oh, did I just fuck that up? Let's see. Hope I didn't. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sam, baby, I love it. It's awesome. I love it. Again, watch my series. Watch my 24 hours before the 7 playlist. Okay. Yeah, Danny, I get it. They're different. 100%. I am telling you they're way different. Find another vendor. Canadian province. Here's the deal on this. The USA says one thing, the book says another, and the states do another. So here's what we do. If you have a Canadian broker-dealer and they're doing business and their clients visit the US, they don't have to register. Go with that. Okay, Danny, have you watched my videos on this? Okay, so I have a whole thing that will help you. Hold on, I'll find it. What do we got? Let me go to my shit. Hold on. These guys don't get old. You fucking start going crazy. So, Danny, are you taking the SIE, right? I think you're not taking the full. You're not taking the 7 yet, right? So, I have 11 videos in here. It'll definitely fucking help you. So, Danny, this will help you get some of the. Then you do this. Watch this, and then come back to me on Thursday. Okay? Boom. Okay. That stuff will help you for do this thing I just sent. Put the link I just sent. Go check them out, and then if you have any questions, we'll talk Thursday. Okay. Is that it? I'm almost done. Look at that. I'm caught up. Boom. Yeah. I got to do the same. Guys, don't forget to check out, right? Don't forget to check out my Instagram at Series 7 Whisperer and my TikTok at Series 7 Whisperer. I put some stuff. That's more just short stuff, obviously. The longest stuff is on here, and then I put the short stuff in my, what are they called? Shorts? Yeah, shorts. Yeah, go check them out. Also, don't forget to check out the Facebook group. It's called FINRA Exam Prep with Full Capital Advantage Tutoring. And the thing is, they start these study groups. These study groups are so fucking awesome. They get on with each other. There's a 66 one, a 7 one, all this shit. It's fucking awesome. It's really good. So, okay, looks like we hit the 1 hour mark. It's not so bad. It's pretty good. We lasted an hour. I didn't last an hour. I think I took a nap in the middle. Okay, guys, don't forget to check that out. Check out my TikTok and Series 7 Whisperer. If you like what I'm doing, please share it, right? Don't forget to hit the little notification button so you know when I go live again. I'm going to put up my stupid videos, okay? Audra, I know you're going to nail it Friday. Boom, you're going to nail it. You're going to take like a bad fucking bitch, right? Bad bitch, take like a savage. Like Doja Cat, little bitch, okay? I'm trying to find a way to put that song into one of my videos. I'm going to get it in there. Take it like a bad bitch. Doja Cat, baby. Okay. Boom. Y'all have a good night. Go wash your hands. Have a good night. I'll see you in 47 hours. Bye-bye.